The defense is wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
How could you be so sure?
Because there is no way that these tire marks were made by a 64 Buick Skylark. These marks were made by a 1963 Pontiac Tempest.
When My Cousin Vinnie hit theaters in 1992, few expected it to become one of the most beloved courtroom comedies in cinematic history. Directed by Jonathan Lynn, a British filmmaker with a law degree from Cambridge, the film struck the perfect balance between razor-sharp humor and remarkable legal accuracy. Starring Joe Pesci as Vincent LaGuardia Gambini and Mona Lisa Tomi as his quick-witted fiancée, Mona Lisa Veto, it transformed an ordinary legal farce into a timeless cultural phenomenon. The story follows Vinnie, a brash Brooklyn lawyer who, despite passing the bar after 6 attempts, finds himself defending his cousin and a friend in a murder case deep in rural Alabama. The odds are stacked against him: a skeptical judge, a hostile environment, and zero trial experience. Yet, through street smarts, improvisation, and sheer confidence, Vinnie dismantles the prosecution's case and proves his clients innocent. The chemistry between Pesci and Tomi turned out to be cinematic gold. Tomi's portrayal of Mona Lisa Veto, the glamorous, brilliant automotive expert, earned her the 1993 Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, a rare feat for a comedy role. The film grossed over $64 million worldwide, turning a modest $11 million production into an enduring box office hit. But behind the laughter and sharp dialogue was an incredible story of near misses, production hurdles, and one unintentional blooper that added a whole new layer to its legacy. The moment was so subtle, so naturally funny, that it slipped past editors and made it into the final cut, unedited. And years later, fans can't stop talking about it. From script to screen, how chaos created perfection. Before My Cousin Vinnie became a courtroom classic, it began as an idea from screenwriter Dale Launer, who once met a law student preparing for the bar exam. That encounter sparked a creative question. What if someone was wrongly accused of a crime, and their only defense came from a lawyer who barely scraped through law school? Launer's research took him across the American South, from diners to dusty courthouses, as he observed real-life legal culture and small-town personalities. His experiences shaped the authenticity of the dialogue. Even the now famous, no self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits line came from an actual diner conversation he overheard. Every detail, from courtroom jargon to Southern manners, was designed to feel real. Director Jonathan Lynn brought his legal background into play. Having studied law at Cambridge before entering entertainment, Lynn insisted that My Cousin Vinnie depict legal procedures accurately. In fact, several real-life lawyers and judges later praised the film for its precise courtroom realism, with law schools such as University of Arizona and Oklahoma State University using it as part of their curriculum. The American Bar Association even listed it among the top 25 legal movies ever made, alongside To Kill a Mockingbird and 12 Angry Men. But during filming, things were far from perfect. Casting took months of uncertainty. Joe Pesci wasn't the studio's first choice. Names like Danny DeVito, Jim Belushi, and even Robert De Niro were considered. Yet Jonathan Lynn saw something others didn't. Pesci's streetwise charisma made him the perfect Vinnie, a lawyer who could be both funny and believable. Marisa Tomi, on the other hand, nearly didn't make it into the film. Studio executives doubted her experience, preferring more established actresses. But Lynn was determined. After Tomi's dazzling audition, he convinced producers to take the risk. The result? A performance so magnetic that it not only redefined her career, but reshaped the landscape of female comedy roles in Hollywood. Still, not everything on set was tightly scripted. The now infamous car differential scene, where Mona Lisa Veto explains the difference between limited slip and positraction differentials, was filmed in one take. Tomi's hand gestures, meant to illustrate how the gears move, didn't actually match the mechanical explanation. She improvised them mid-scene, unintentionally creating a minor mismatch between her words and movements. That tiny inconsistency, unnoticed by editors, made it into the final cut. Years later, fans spotted it, sparking debates online. Was it an intentional choice to show her character's spontaneity, or a genuine blooper? Either way, it became legendary. A reminder that some of the best movie moments are the ones you never plan. Other hidden slip-ups added to the film's charm. The color of Mona Lisa's nail polish changes between scenes. A Cadillac logo disappears and reappears on Vinnie's car. A background extra magically teleports from the courtroom to the diner within seconds. Yet, none of these moments ruined the immersion. Instead, they humanized the film. Proof that even a tightly controlled production can embrace imperfection. Even the original script underwent a major transformation. Early drafts revealed that Vinnie was meant to have dyslexia, explaining his repeated bar exam failures. But Lynn decided to remove it, feeling it would distract from the story's rhythm. That single edit shifted Vinnie's persona from a struggling student to a determined underdog, a change that made him more relatable and human. Every choice, intentional or accidental, seemed to work in favor of the final cut. By the time My Cousin Vinnie premiered, critics hailed it as a masterclass in comedy timing and courtroom realism. Rotten Tomatoes still holds it at 86%, and to this day, lawyers cite it as one of the most accurate courtroom films ever made. The blooper that became a legacy. The unedited scene that fans can't stop revisiting isn't just a minor goof. It's a testament to filmmaking magic. In that brief moment, when Mona Lisa Veto passionately explains car mechanics on the witness stand, her improvisation reveals something profound: authenticity. What began as an unplanned mismatch between dialogue and gesture transformed into one of the film's most memorable moments. Film historians often compare it to the Star Wars Stormtrooper head bump or the Lord of the Rings apple-throwing blooper. Moments that remind viewers that imperfection can be cinematic gold. For My Cousin Vinnie, that single scene encapsulated everything that made the film unforgettable. Wit, charm, and sincerity wrapped in laughter. As years passed, My Cousin Vinnie grew from a cult comedy into a pop culture cornerstone. Its influence extended far beyond moviegoers. It became part of legal academia, comedy writing, and even internet culture. Judges and professors cite its accurate depiction of cross-examination and expert testimony, while fans share clips online, dissecting each blooper with affectionate detail. The rediscovery of the blooper reignited interest in the movie, sparking a wave of nostalgia and new appreciation. Fans revisited old DVDs and streaming platforms, eager to spot every hidden imperfection, from continuity errors to background mishaps. On social media, theories exploded. Some claimed Lynn deliberately left the blooper to underline Vito's humanity, while others believed it was pure luck. Regardless, the scene's viral resurgence reminded audiences that sometimes the unedited version tells the truest story. It's a reminder that filmmaking isn't about absolute precision. It's about capturing moments that feel alive. Even the legal community took note. In 2015, the American Bar Association Journal ranked My Cousin Vinnie among its top 12 law-related movies, praising its realism and humor. Some judges even referenced it in real-life rulings to illustrate courtroom principles. Fans of My Cousin Vinnie continue to celebrate its imperfections. YouTube compilations, Reddit discussions, and fan essays keep the blooper alive, ensuring that what began as a quiet oversight now stands as a symbol of spontaneous brilliance. It reminds us that art doesn't always come from control. Sometimes it's born from chaos. My Cousin Vinnie continues to stand as proof that even the smallest mistakes can make the biggest impact. From the courtroom to the cutting room, it shows that imperfection is what makes stories unforgettable. Because, in the end, the moments we don't edit are the ones that stay with us forever.